Cilantro. This isn't awkward at all.
We're doing a podcast, yeah.
We're doing a podcast.
So basically, what we're doing is, this is Original Flavor, and we are going to do a podcast now. Introduce yourself, Tom. Who are you?
I'm Thomas Sharkey. I am Jay's number 2. I'm the boy who played Ocean.
I'm Jay. Hello. What's our podcast going to be called, Tom?
What's our podcast? Original Flavor Podcast.
No, it's gay.
No?
Let's call it
Sagast.
the Sagastic Boys.
Yeah.
Hey, stop.
Alright, cool. So tell me, Tom, how did we first meet?
How did we first meet? My coach, Mo Yusuf, told me, "Hey, I have this friend Jay. If you want to spar him, he's very fun to spar with." I was like, "Yeah,
And then he
cool."
broke my nose. And then he headbutt me with an illegal move.
So-
and he tried to break my nose.
That's a simplification. What happened was I gave you a brilliant uppercut right in the nose.
With your head, yeah.
Yeah, with my head, exactly.
Yeah, it was a really good uppercut.
Semantics, yeah.
Yeah.
It really was.
He really used his head, because that's...
I sure did. In my defense, everybody in the gym was saying, "Oh, Jay's very awkward. He's an MMA fighter and stuff," and that made me a little bit insecure. So.
And then he headbutt me, because
I did.
He headbutt me.
It was, yeah.
You can't beat Jay properly, because he's that good. He's such a good boxer.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, your t-shirt was just fucking red afterwards.
Yeah, because I was seeing red.
Yeah, great.
Title of our
that was just
third
feature film. That's
that
right.
Tom wrote.
It was very toxic of me.
So that's our second feature film.
Oh yeah!
Made me the Rombaro, our first.
We've made 3 feature films last year. What is wrong with us?
Well, no,
What is wrong? Who are us?
It's like many people hurt us. It's like we want to succeed so much so we can prove that we're meant to our dads, probably.
Probably, yeah. Because if you look at it, in every single one of our films, there is a bit of a fraudulent complex.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting.
Daddy, do you love me?
Papa, do you hear?
I mean, there were key moments where we would just say the same thing over and over, and we didn't know why, or when we'd stop. But those things became moments. Like, I know how strong you two both are, and Papa, do you love me? And then, what else did we say? We said some random shit as well.
I give best, I do.
I give best, I do.
Just to give it into context, in the script, Jay, the big line at the end of Rombaro was,
You fucking best. No, you best.
the problem is during the months of pre-production and during the shooting, we kept fucking around with that line so much that at some point I was actually dreading to say that line, because I was like, I'm gonna burst out laughing when I actually say it, because we kept saying, "I give best, I do, I am."
You know what? Like, I think what's most interesting about that is that when you did do it, I'm behind the camera, you're in front of the camera, and we both share this just a little like, yeah. Yeah.
It's done. Let's not do another take.
Let's just. It's also, you're so better. Be like, yep, I give best. Yep, I'm done. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Yep, call it a day. Yeah. Great. All right, so let's just go back to when we first met. So he headbutts me. My nose isn't broken, but it is gushing blood. Then he's like, let me apologize. Let me like take you out. And I was like,
I said no such thing.
Maybe he's gay. And I was like, look, I'm going to let him down gently on the date. So here we go for Wolverine versus X-Men. No, Deadpool versus...
Deadpool. No. What happened before that is that I needed a massage before my first fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
that was it.
You gave me a very heterosexual massage.
That's the one.
Nothing
That's
weird.
All
nothing
I
weird
do is heterosexual massage.
And were actually quite surprised that I studied acting, and you were like, the fuck?
No,
I
no.
actually do films.
Didn't we go for the movie first?
No, that was after.
Was it after?
It was after because you wanted to create this weird acting club, and I couldn't make it on day.
Oh yeah, I tried making.
And that's when I actually
improv
that's when I actually told you, listen, I'm sorry I missed it. Let me make it up to you. Do you want to see a film or something like that?
Oh yeah.
No, so before that there was massage, and then we met for coffee because you sent me a bunch of scripts. You were like, oh dude,
oh yeah, I sent you Big Shit.
Big Shit.
Yeah, Big Shit. Pussy Juice.
Yep.
And another one.
Trauma 101, which was the first short that we did.
Trauma 101 because who did I need for that one? You came on board as Grumpy Man number 4 or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. You were Grumpy Man 4 or something like that, weren't you?
I think I'm the guy that says,
Watch it, you ugly fucking cow.
Yeah, so you're the grumpy guy that starts in it.
Yeah.
You kind of look at the lady that's saying the stuff.
Yeah.
And then you leave, but you're also in the end.
That's right. It's we started working officially together after one of my fights. I can't remember which one, but I fucked my shoulder really bad, so I had to take a break.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I remember basically like I'm in fucking agony. I go back to the changing room and Jay's like, oh, you're a cripple now.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, so you okay, Tom?
Oh, you're all right.
Nah, it's like, yeah, you dislocated your shoulder.
Big fucking deal. Yeah, exactly.
Do with it.
And after that, we started working together officially.
Yeah, so I think our first movie where you were more of a part was the Specsavers one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's right. We did it with Matt.
Yeah. Where you basically give a homeless man a Greg's sausage roll.
Yeah.
And he's blind.
And he beats the shit out of me at the end by mistake because he doesn't have Specsaver.
I think at that stage we were just trying to figure out where we stood in the filmmaking side. We had Pedro do the camera work on Trauma 101.
That's right.
And then we had that Asian kid, Chi. He did the camera work on the Specsavers one. Kulvinder was there's one of the thugs. So it's Kulvinder. And
Adarsh who plays Akash.
Yeah.
You dumb fuck. Adarsh who plays Akash.
Yeah. I'm not good with names.
No, you really are terrible. I mean, you call me Ocean like I think 3 times in the podcast that you did. With that Northerner boy.
I mean, I called your friend Maria Katie because she's looks like my friend Katie like 100 times.
Oh yeah.
So it's like I'm not great with names. I've never been great with names. So even like people.
It's brain damage.
The thing is, I've always had it. So maybe I've just always been brain damaged. Because like since I was a kid, I just call people what I thought they looked like.
Really?
Yeah. Like my friends, most of them, like except people I see all the time, like Ellie.
How are you still alive?
Maybe it's just a special thing I have.
Yeah.
And I also can't tell faces apart too well. Yeah, unless I see you all the time, all faces look the same. So it's like
maybe that's why people generally like you because I told you before I try to do what you've been doing for a while now. Back in Dublin, I was trying to put people together to make films and shorts and stuff like that, just telling stories. But most of the actors that we've been working with are our pals.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, remember I think when we really expanded out was the horror, the silent treatment.
Oh, fucking
That's when we like pushed the boat out for like different people. No, actually, Trauma 101, we did get Sophie and Matt and Trish and then it was Kiki, you and people we knew.
Yeah.
So we had 3 people from that. Then for
the Nazi film.
No. It's the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. My apologies to the Nazis. I meant the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, exactly.
So basically, at that stage, all my casting came from Facebook. It still does because surprisingly, it's a good place to get people. But then you also get the 2 crazies that we will come to.
Yeah, we're not going to mention any names, are we?
No names.
No.
We'll just describe them to a T.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Yeah.
What was interesting is that we have expanded our reach quite a bit from where we were to what we're doing now, which is we're going to be making a vertical. It's going to be a much more expansive 60 episodes.
Yeah.
But it's also like, how did we get to a point where we thought we could even make a feature has been quite
But
crazy.
that's the thing. When you decide to make Rombaro, you're not stupid. You were aware that you would have no fucking clue what you were doing. No. But that's the thing. You're not very good at waiting, right?
No,
you're not
waiting.
You're not.
I can't.
No.
Like even waiting for the computer to get fixed. It's only been 2 weeks, but
it's killing you. Yeah,
it's killing me because like it kind of like it stops us doing so many things.
Right.
And like the start of the year has just kicked us both in the cock
in so many
so
ways.
much.
Yeah,
and it's not getting better
No.
because we don't have anything to take the pressure off. Like massage might be really slow, but if I was making film, it would be fine.
Yeah.
You know, like I have something to take my mind off.
yeah,
Like if things are going shit at work for you, you can make film and that takes your mind off. But when an integral part of making it goes away, you just go, oh,
yeah.
what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah, it's neither one of us is a very patient.
No, not at all, man. I think,
not really.
but this is the thing. Like you've been in the industry for 10 years.
Oh, I've been trying to get into the industry for over 10 years. Well, it's I after I graduated from Gaiety School of Acting, I was looking for acting jobs as much as I could, but I generally had no idea what I was doing, and I couldn't get an agent for the life of me. And I got a very, very small part in a very independent Irish film that's called We Ourselves with Aidan Gunn. And then I did, again, another very independent Irish film that is called Spears, which you saw bits and bobs of. By the time I met you, I pretty much had given up on it. And also I was in this mentality, like, fuck it, because I was like, when you sent me those first few scripts, I was like, this guy is batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But great, you know, what do I got to lose? So let's just give it a go.
Because like what was quite interesting is before I met you, I'd gone for a Christmas party, and one of my mates, amazing guy, he's also been in the industry like 15 years, and he got quite drunk and we were just like chatting, and he was talking about the industry. And I was telling him about my dad and like how he'd been in it, and the stories were almost the same. Like even when and he was saying like he had his foot firmly in the door was opening for him, but he got cocky, and he was like, you never really make it in the industry.
No.
It's whatever you do that's the most relevant, and when you've done it, what's the next thing that's going to be the most relevant? What's the next thing you've done? If you've been missing in action for a year, maybe 2, maybe 10, you're done. You're finished. Like, yes, we all talk about like the greats like Daniel Day-Lewis and stuff, but Daniel Day-Lewis has done plenty of things before he was Daniel Day-Lewis.
But it's not just that. It's something that is very often forgotten is that he does a plethora of theatre in between. Well, not anymore because he's semi-retired or something like that. So I know he's done a movie recently, but like you said, like it's one of the very few industries when you go from employed, unemployed, employed, unemployed, employed, unemployed. I knew a guy who in Dublin who talked to Peter Dinklage, who plays in Game of Thrones. He had been struggling for ages before he actually
Peter Dinklage had a really hard time.
He had a really hard time, and Peter Dinklage said to him that they were shooting the I think it was the finale of Game of Thrones, which was so brilliant, of course, we all know it.
Love it.
Yeah, fabulous. But anyway, he was actually telling him, I'm actually fully aware that I'm going to have to get back to auditioning and stuff like after that. And
No. I mean, look. If you're Peter Dinklage, Tyrion Lannister in Game of Thrones, which I think Game of Thrones was the last thing we collectively all watched together. I think that was the final thing, and after that no one watched anything as collectively as Game of Thrones in my eyes, except I think Tiger King was the last thing everyone was like, oh, did you watch Tiger King? Oh, I watched Tiger King.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's the thing is, it had an effect on pop culture that was
Like Lord of the Rings.
yeah, like Lord of the Rings. I think people were kind of thirsty for another
Yeah.
proper sense of adventure in such a well-established fictional world, and that's why Game of Thrones had so much success, because the fictional world, Westeros or whatever it's called, was so well established.
Yeah.
And that's why people could just fantasize. It had the same impact of as Avatar, for example. Like, you know, the way that some people actually got
The Na'vi, and everyone's like, oh, I want to live in that world.
exactly.
People are
Yeah.
like-
So it's the same when you do fiction. If you establish the rules, the context, and all that stuff of the fictional world, people will buy it. John Wick, same example. It's a very fictional world because there is a brotherhood of assassins that basically rule the world. They have their own coins, they have their own code and stuff like that, but it's so established that people just buy that shit.
Yeah. But I think that's it. Like, we're not in the world now where we collectively watch something and get excited by it. Everyone watches their own. So I think we got bubbled in really hard.
But what was Game of Thrones in your example, for example? Because some people kept saying, "Oh, Game of Thrones is my favorite TV show. It's my favorite TV show." Was it ever your favorite TV show? It was never mine, personally.
It was interesting because I started reading the books after I watched the first episode when Jaime Lannister throws Bran out the window. I was like, oh, they've got the balls to hurt a child.
Yeah.
I always look at like, how much balls does a TV show take? And I think the balls started to shrink after Game of Thrones because it was more just like how much sex they could put in and how raunchy or gross they could make stuff. But they stopped taking risks that would get them cancelled. Like to hurt a child in that way, to throw a child off, to show that in a medieval setting, it takes huge balls to do that. I'm not condoning child violence. I'm just saying that it was like okay, let me see what the books say, because I always know that the books are a bit crazier than the show. And what was quite interesting is that the books were amazing, and then he stopped writing them because the show had more. It was giving him more money, more sway, more. So the way this show kind of became a separate entity from the books annoyed me.
Fair enough.
So it was my favorite show till season 4, and then I was like, I see that, because like in the books there's about 1,000 loose threads. Loads of people that were killed were alive in the book. So you go, okay, there's no way now he will finish the book series ever, because it would just disappoint people, because there's the vast majority watch the show. A very small minority read the books, and the books are good, but they're also something that will be left unfinished because he will die. Because there's 3 books that he has to write before he passes. He says he's about 3/4 of the way of his recent book. So. And
I've never read the book. I heard they're good, very good though. But
they're good, but it's like you don't have to read it. Like you don't have to read it if you're satisfied with the show. And I think people who read the book will always be disappointed because it won't be finished. The people who watch the show will be disappointed, but they'll be satisfied that it's a finished story. And I think that's what we're not getting with modern movies, because nothing seems to have a definitive end. That's what I was saying. For me, Endgame finished the Marvel thing. I don't need to watch any more Marvel films.
No, not really. Well, that's what we was both thinking when we watched Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, I remember coming out of that cinema, I was like, I'm never gonna watch another.
I just felt old, man. I felt really old.
Oh, me too, man.
I'm only 34. You're only 32. You go, it's full of like teenagers, and you go, shit, like, are we that 40-year-old woman in a club trying to dance with the 20-year-old? That's what it
felt a little bit like that, but it was also just the fact that the franchise that was supposed to be a big fuck you to Hollywood, that was supposed to be all about self-awareness and stuff like that, just became a product.
Yeah. It's like all the fourth wall breaking was like, Thank you for letting us be here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It became sycophantic a little bit. It's like The Boys, for example. I don't know if you ever watched that show, but it's at the very beginning, again, it was supposed to be a bit of a fuck you, like, we don't care, we're the bad rebels and stuff like that. And then it became so political and so...
It's allegories to what's going on in their political world, and it's so ham-fisted now, where you go... I like a little bit of influence, but it's when it's that, like, you have to believe in what we want to believe. It's like, oh, mate, come on now, please.
But it's also like, don't try to educate me about how the world works. Like, I live in the real world, you guys live in mansions. I generally fucking hate when a movie is trying to do that to me. It's trying to educate me about...
I don't mind if I can just turn my brain off for a bit. But when they keep trying to, like, come back to reality, being real, it's like, but I came to watch superheroes fighting. I don't want to talk about political stuff. Okay. So let's be to a stage where X-Men, people are like, X-Men's too woke now. X-Men was always woke. X-Men
100%.
was always woke. It was always about minorities, mutants. They were allegories for the race stuff and the political movements. But it was still an element of fun and crazy and cool. Now it's like, if you don't like what we say, you're not allowed to watch it.
And you're not a good person.
Yeah. That's not how media works, man.
No.
Media should just be... I'm not saying I don't condone...
But more importantly, I don't think that's the way art should work. If you pick any of my top 100 films, none of them make a statement by the end. They raise a question.
I mean...
I think that's what a good film is. That's what a good film is supposed to be.
What's your top 3 favorite films?
Oh my!
And like, I know this is a really hard question, but, it can always change. And
I'll pick very randomly. For me, there is Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn, Susan Sarandon.
Not seen it.
No, so very briefly, it's a movie. Whether you're for or against the idea of death penalty, you're gonna watch this film, and you're not gonna have exactly the same conviction at the end. That's the thing. It raises a very interesting question. It doesn't take any side of the debates surrounding it. It's very, very interesting. It's also more deeply about the philosophical question of redemption and all that stuff. So I find that very, very interesting. Another one, Blue Velvet.
Oh yeah, shit! I tried watching that.
You didn't like it?
No, it was too weird. It was too. Like, not only you and Chris from my book club. He told me, he's like, you need to watch Blue Velvet, and I was like, I found it, and I was like, I'm trying. I got about like 25, 30, maybe even 40 minutes in, and I was like, it's not for me. It's not for me. I did try. Yeah. But I get it. I get that it's a lot of people's favorite.
I would have to... You always say that... I always tell you that I see the Matrix movies as one film because they're all written at the same time.
Yeah, so you're going to cheat and say all 3 is one.
All 3 of them in one movie.
Oh yes, I like all of the Lord of the Rings. I see Lord of the Rings 1 all the way up to the Rings of Power as one movie.
Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare include that shit in there! Fuck you!
Yes, the brown elves.
Oh yeah,
the one from the southern hemisphere of the elven land.
It just makes so much sense.
The brown.
Fuck you, Amazon, if you're watching this.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. This is what I keep saying. Tolkien had brown people. They were on the other side of the war. They had elephants. They were brown. I get that if you want to make it about race, because some people said like the orcs were also black people, and I was like, how?
No, they shot this in New Zealand, and I love the actors that were playing Urukai were rugby.
Aboriginal, right?
Yeah, exactly. Rugby players that happen to be Aboriginal, but who fucking cares?
The thing is, sometimes fantasy takes from real world stuff, but I really don't think Tolkien, he was talking about if you want to say that, he was in World War II or World War One.
He wasn't. Well, oh, I'm gonna
butcher it, right?
Jamie, can you look it up, please?
Yep, and then you look it up. Yeah,
This is the wrong podcast.
he's the editor. He's going to put in a clip, and he'll be like, "All right, this is so." Yeah, do the Google shit.
Anyway, he was. Fuck. I know. C.S. Lewis was in World War One. He made this brilliant speech before the beginning of World War Two. But Tolkien, I can't remember.
I think Tolkien was also World War One.
I think so too, yeah.
Whoever the orcs were the enemies of whoever fought in the World War One. I think they're Germans as well, still, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, yeah. Not the one with the paintings, the other guy.
Yeah.
The one with the big mustache. I think they were the orcs in this world, in this narrative sense.
So
Right? So I don't think it's about black and white. It's about who is the enemy in that book.
okay, so what are your movies about? Like because you have such an aberrational journey. Like you went from being a chef to
What I wanted to do is I'll quickly run through my films, but then I want to bring it back to independent film because I don't watch that much independent film. But my favorite films are they're blockbuster-esque. Like I love my favorite movie of all time is Terminator 2. Terminator 2 is my favorite movie.
It's technically a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. I love it. It's my favorite film. It works on every level. I watched it without watching Terminator 1, and it still made sense. And I think movies need to do that more. You need to be able to make a standalone movie, even if it's a sequel, for it to make sense across the board. Second movie is The Matrix. I know these are both sci-fi films, and yeah, fuck you.
Do you mean the trilogy or?
No, just number one.
Fuck you.
The best Matrix.
Agree to disagree. Sorry.
And then I think a comedy. Like I'm going to put in a Hindi movie. It's called Main Khiladi Tu Anari. It's about a policeman and an actor who plays a policeman, and the actor comes to try and learn method acting from this policeman. And it's a brilliant comedy, but it's also a 90s Bollywood movie. So it's got two of my favorite actors in it at the time. And what they did then is they had such fun with it. The music was good. The action sequences were good.
Yeah.
The story was complete. And that's what I miss about movies, is that they don't tell a complete story. I believe The Matrix told a complete story. I believe Terminator 2 told a complete story. Even if they had sequels after, the story had completed.
Yeah.
Judgment Day had been stopped by the Terminator doing what he did. The Matrix 1, once Neo is awoken, he can now free everyone else because he is the one. And then we get to make that choice, whether he's the one or whether he continues to struggle. Now with Main Khiladi Tu Anari, there is no sequel. It's a complete story. It ends with, I don't want to ruin the end, but it's a good, complete story. And I think books don't do it anymore. TV shows don't do it anymore, and definitely movies don't, because we look for sequel. And I think the sequel really takes away from complete storytelling.
Yeah, it's. That's true. There is a TV show that we both love that is called Kingdom, which is set in the. Is it fair to say underground MMA world?
Not just the MMA world.
Just the MMA world.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough. But
No, of course.
I don't know much about MMA, but basically it's set in Los Angeles, and it talks about just it's a family drama surrounded set with an MMA. Anyway, but it was just such good writing.
It's so good, man. You feel jealous watching it because you go, I can't touch this. I can't touch this.
No, but I felt jealous. But at the time when I was a big fan, I was actually watching every episode every Thursday, I believe. When I learned that it was cancelled, I was so fucking good.
No, but the thing is, like, what I really respect, even though it was cancelled, they finished the story. They did. They did. They got to finish.
But I want to see more.
Of course, we do, and that's what a brilliant story is. A brilliant performer, or a brilliant athlete, or brilliant anyone. They know when to just take the bow. Mm-hmm. Like the shows that I remember from my childhood would be like a show that I remember from my childhood that then finished now as an adult was Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack got to a point, and then it got cancelled by Cartoon Network. But the man who made it also made like Dexter's Lab and all these other brilliant shows. Then he made the final season, but he made it for the people that would have watched Samurai Jack in its peak. So 2003, I would have been 12. No, 2003, I would have been 12, yeah. No, I'd have been 11. I'd have been 11 in 2003.
Math is not my strong suit, but
And
yeah,
then
I'll take
when I saw the finished article, the last season, I was 31. He basically gave us Samurai Jack with blood, with women, with all the sorts of stuff that you'd think that you wouldn't watch as a kid, but you love as an adult. There was gore, there was a real story, but then he also cheated it and he gave it the same end as Gurren Lagann, which is an anime. But that's forgiven because you always take from things that you like. And this guy clearly loved anime. That's why Samurai Jack is something that I remember, because I got to see the story from when I was a child and then when I was an adult. Now, when you take, like nostalgia stuff, they don't grow with the audience. They still try and capture the audience that they initially had. So say if they made a SpongeBob reboot, they wouldn't cater to the market that was grown. I know you can't make SpongeBob grown up.
No, you can't. But I mean, there is definitely a market, or at least an attempt to make one, which is what I call nostalgia porn. I think that's what they did with Star Wars.
But they keep trying to capture that original market of teen boys. No, you need to capture the market that watch Star Wars. So if you want to make a Star Wars for today, you make it for like the 45, 50-year-olds who watched it in its prime when it was like, they want to see Luke Skywalker do some cool shit as an old man.
Yeah.
They don't want him to fucking suck titty milk off a camel.
But that was
to subvert.
But you know the story of the second new Star Wars: The Return.
Yeah.
They basically was directed by a gentleman that I generally fundamentally fucking hate.
Which one was this? The ones that are today, or are you talking about the 2000s?
No, the new reboot, the new reboot trilogy, basically.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah,
like Return of the Jedi, not Return of the Jedi, Return of Skywalker or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It was basically a big fuck you to the first one, which was directed by J.J. Abrams.
Right.
In the writing, in the directing, and stuff.
J.J. Abrams did the recent ones, didn't he?
Yeah. He did the first one. The second one was directed by the gentleman that I cannot stand, and the third one was directed again by J.J. Abrams, who had to pick up damages. But
this is what I'm saying. I think we need. That's why I wanted to talk more about independent. And my favorite independent film is Napoleon Dynamite, because it was just so. You need to watch Napoleon Dynamite, man.
Yeah,
it's one movie that is so indie, yet so weird and so good, and done on a nothing budget. Like, yes, they had more budget than we can ever dream of, but it's still so indie and so good and so cringe. You just go, oh, what's he doing? But it's amazing. And I think what I love about independent cinema is that no bigwigs can say no. They can't just be like, no, this can't be in the film. We have free reign. We put it on YouTube.
Pretty much.
Our language can be crass. Our language can be really clean. We don't have to hire people that we don't like working with. No. We don't have to put in brands that we don't believe in. We don't have to do anything that we don't want. And I think that's the hardest thing in Hollywood, is that you have to mold yourself, or else they'll just pull it, or they'll just drown it, or they'll just they'll put it on the back end of Netflix, or the powers that be are so strong in that world, and I don't think we ever want to be part of that.
Not anymore, to be honest.
Oh.
Like the reason why I'd given up on acting is because even though I love films and I love the concept of telling stories, that I was really unhappy with the way movies were turning out to be. So yeah, no, the one thing that I enjoyed the most while doing Rambara or Seeing Red was the freedom that we had in it, because we could say whatever the fuck we wanted.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you guys gonna do? None. And we talk about subjects that are, I don't know if taboo is the right word, but
I mean, we made a movie about travelers and gypsies.
yeah.
We both know travelers and gypsies.
Yep.
We have respect for them. We fight with them. We understand. I speak to a lot of them, and like I would never want to show anyone as lesser or someone that is worse
Yeah.
because they have such a negative reputation. People only view them in one way, but we've seen so many aspects of those people.
Yeah.
Same with your movie. You see so many aspects of
Our
men.
movie.
Thomas's movie, which you wrote, and I
You
was
directed.
I was there.
You're there.
I existed in
we
the area.
We butted heads so many times on that film. It was a fucking nightmare. Oh,
I was there. Tom was directing and writing and acting.
filthy cunt.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck?
You need to have a lip.
So, like, when we went for that short film festival at Riverside, really nicely run by Laurie. Hello, Laurie. What I saw, and I also spoke to Laurie about this. There was a really funny movie about poo. It was a brilliant movie.
It was a masterpiece.
Mate, if you've made poo, get on the podcast. We will chat to you about poo and stuff, I guess.
I thought this was a one-time thing.
No.
No.
We're going to do series and series. Season 8,
my room.
season 18, 19, 20.
In my fucking room.
Yeah, mate, we'll get like, what do we call it again? Fuck. I told you I'm bad with names. Ubiquitous Brothers or something.
What is wrong with me?
Whatever the podcast is called, we'll put it right there. So I remember it. I look at it like, oh shit, is that what we call it? That's gay.
Okay.
Sagastic podcast, that's it.
Sagastic podcast. Okay.
Well, I like Sagastic podcast.
It's sagacious.
Fuck you, Sagastic. The Sagastic boys.
Oh, it does have a nice ring to it. I mean, it pushes the English language, but
Yeah,
never
we can.
mind. Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
we make independent film.
Yeah.
We can say what we want. Going back, I was telling Laurie that the poo one should have won because it was funny. Everyone's laughing, but the one that was really serious,
Darkness.
and it had loads of lingering shots on a man's close-up.
Yeah.
That won the award. And I was like, Now, that will encourage a lot of other young people to just completely throw away comedy, which is hard. Comedy is the hardest one.
But
To make something really...
it's just it's the way it's been for a long time.
but
But
it's-
listen, horror, action, and comedy are the three most. They're considered under genres, basically.
But they're the best. They're the best.
I know, I
genre.
agree, I agree with you.
I know,
I agree
like,
with you.
I
It's-
know we agree on this completely. It's like we love a good comedy, a horror, and an action.
Yeah.
If it's done well.
Absolutely.
I hate the Rock comedies. I mean, comedy or action. You know, the Rock just churning
Comedies?
out.
What are you talking about?
Comedy actions that he makes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're shit.
Yeah.
They're shit because there isn't any weight to it. A good action, like the Raid's a sick.
John Wick.
John Wick.
I know it's an
John
obvious
Wick
one, but I'm
1.
sorry, it's really good.
John Wick 1, amazing. John Wick 2, pretty good. 3 and 4 just got a bit.
But
The ballerina's pretty good, actually. Yeah, watch it. It's pretty.
I thought it was good. Yeah, look, for me, what they were trying to do with John Wick was trying to prove that you can make an extremely cinematic film within the action genre, and they kept trying to push for that. And that's why when you see John Wick 4, for example, there is a shot that is inside a cathedral.
Yeah.
That is breathtaking. Absolutely fucking breathtaking.
But it's also like, it's a repetitive thing. I think if they'd ended on John Wick 1, which told a complete story, a man, dog, he gets his vengeance, he could go back to retired. And I would say, what an amazing movie that could set up a world that could be utilized in a TV show, which they did in the Continental.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
The pilot is brilliant.
But that's what I'm saying.
The pilot is really good.
If they'd then taken that aspect and then they can grow the world in that way, John Wick can then just be the boogeyman forever. But then they oversaturate it and go 3, 4, 5, ballerina. offshoots, because money talks in this game, not the arts. The arts stopped speaking when it becomes popular. And I think that we've had this conversation before. It's like, how much money before we sell our soul? And like, money is an interesting one, because I want to look after my mom and my family, and like, as we all do. I think we need to also recognize when enough is enough. Like, once I'm able to buy my family houses and we can pay the bill forever, not ever, but like, like, well, once you can pay the bill without worrying for everything, like fucking repairs, blah 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 blah, I don't think I need any more money than that. I don't think I need any more money than to have like a nice.
No, but you'll be bored.
No, but that's what I'll make a commercial film.
Okay.
And then I'll just go back to what I love doing, which is making what is fun. I think fun is where, this is what I've told you all the time. If I stop having fun, I can just walk away from shit.
Yeah.
I can just go, okay, bye, I'm done. Because there needs to be an element of fun, because it is. Movie making is a privilege, as the great Denzel Washington.
There's a story behind it, I swear. Right, let me take a piss.
Nice, okay. And we'll cut to black. There you go. What were we talking about? Something about something.
We're definitely talking about something.
Yeah.
So, let's get back to, what was the first show we did?
Trauma 101.
That's right.
Then we did Specsavers. Then we did the Ku Klux Klan one.
Ku Klux Klan.
Yes. That one would, yeah.
I think, I know for a fact that the Ku Klux that was the one where you realize, okay, there is always going to be a difference between what I have pictured in my head and the final product.
I think it was an interesting one because I had thought nothing through. I wrote this. I wrote this, and I was like, yeah, all right. And then I got the cast, and I was like, all right. And then I saw the cast, and I was like, okay, Indian.
Yeah.
Indian. No, he's Sri Lankan.
No, there was only 2 Indians.
No, there was 3. No, there was a. I think there was a Middle Eastern guy.
Was there?
Indian, Sri Lankan guy, and an Indian lady.
Oh yeah.
She played your girlfriend. Remember, like she like. And then there was George. There was Ollie. Oh Lord. Oh man, she did some amazing toe acting.
Oh yeah, she sure did.
And then, oh Lord, what did we do? So then, right before I'm supposed to arrive on set, like it's the day before, and I'm like, shit, I need costumes for these guys because. Yeah, I guess so. So I go to Primark and I'm buying like white t-shirts and white socks, and I've asked them to wear like black trackies, and and I'm like, oh, they need a way to cover their face. I need a way to cover their face. So I'm like, fuck, I look up balaclavas, but that was really expensive.
I remember I rolled around with there's a bit where I rolled around with Ollie, and my shoulder was fucked.
I was like, do it harder, do it. I don't care about Tom.
Fuck your shoulder.
Acting, action.
Memphis.
And then I see there's some pillowcases on offer, and I go, oh, yeah, all right, yeah, pillowcases will cover your face if I cut some X's into it. I bought some white pillowcases. I get to set, and as I'm cutting these pillowcases for eye holes, and I put it onto someone's head, I'm like, on the fly, I'm like, okay, cool. You guys are the bad guys, white guys, of course. You Indian guys are the good guys. Tom is the new guy on the block. He will be the guy. He will be the main guy. Yeah. Please watch Silent Retreat.
Don't watch it.
Please watch Silent
please don't
Retreat.
watch it.
It is
Please.
a treat. A completely silent movie with one line. With one epic line.
It's
The
gonna
line-
scramble your soul. You know? I swear to God. It's gonna scramble your soul.
The line is beautiful. I think that line makes the whole film. That line.
What line are you talking about? Oh, the experiment was a failure.
No.
No, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
No. Please don't ruin it. Please.
Okay.
Go watch.
Oh, yeah. That's classic. Okay, so we did this.
Lovely movie. And then we went on to, what else did we do? We did the one with, we don't even know our own filmography. So after those, I basically got it into my head that we were ready to make a independent film.
Hold on, there was the other guy.
No.
The brilliant short that I wrote and
Maybe take that off YouTube, so it's not on there anymore. But I can put it on there by popular request.
You took it off.
Yeah.
You can't.
You told me to.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, you took off the one where I'm sparring.
No. I took off the one with you and your brother. You and Ollie.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm talking about the other guy, the one with Maria.
Oh, the one where you like...
He's not good enough.
Is it the other guy?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, we made that.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's on there. That's on there.
Yeah.
The other guy.
The other guy.
Watch it.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's good. It's written by Tom. I did something on there, I guess. I
Directed
directed it.
Yeah, he jaded up.
And jaded up.
He jaded us up.
Then there was you and your brother.
Oh, yeah, which
I thought that was called the other guy.
No, that was Overdue.
Overdue.
Yeah.
You made me take that off. By popular request, Overdue can go back on. Give me
not?
1 like.
No.
1 like. No, put on
If it's
Overdue.
over 20 views, you can...
Sick, 20 views, yeah.
Yeah, it's ugly.
On any platform.
Fuck. Shit. Okay, anyway, then what do we do?
Then we made
Gentle Hate.
Gentle Hurt. Gentle Hurt was really good, and like someone copied us on YouTube. I definitely
Fuck
think
you.
someone copied us.
Yeah, fuck
because the
you.
thing is, we made it, we edited it, we put it on. 4 days later. It was
Yeah.
4 days later, someone made a very, very similar one, like
Ridiculously similar.
almost beat for beat what Tom had written and how it was edited. And I was really excited. I was so flattered.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I was so flattered. I was like, shit, look, what we're doing, even if we have 300 views on it, we had someone that watched this and went, that's a good thing. Let's take it. But it also made me realize that the industry's quick. People can steal your stuff, but that shouldn't stop you from putting it out there.
No, but it's weird, the whole concept of plagiarism. Like, you know, there's been 3 movies about the story of Odysseus that either have already come out or they're about to come out, like the Odyssey. But then there was White House Down and Olympus Fallen, which came out pretty much a year apart. Like it's weird sometimes.
But it's a clone movie, right? Is the clone?
It's pretty much.
Yeah.
One of them is very Democrat. The other one is very Republican. So it's. I don't know how it works. Honestly, I don't know how it works.
I think it's an interesting thing. I think it's really interesting to watch what does well. Because which one did better? Did Olympus Has Fallen do better than White House Down? I think the Gerard Butler one did better than the Channing Tatum one, right?
The Channing Tatum one is directed by Ronan Emmerich, who is he's a very popular guy. And I don't understand why. You know, he made Independence Day.
Sick.
Oh yeah.
Independence Day, also one of my favorite films. Not top 5, but definitely 6.
I think guys are our generation. I remember I watched it when I was in a Catholic boarding school. And the moment where the president does his speech,
I'm not even American. I'm like, yeah.
No, it's exactly true. Like, I remember we were just a bunch of, I don't know, 12, 13-year-old boys that were watching this film. And we're like,
when that guy goes, I'm back, and he goes, and I was like, yeah.
like we said back in my time, up yours.
The feels. The feels. And like Will Smith, whatever you say of him today, back then, cool as fuck.
He was.
When he knocked out that alien, he's like, "Welcome to Earth." I was
Welcome to
like,
Earth,
I wish I can grow up to be Will Smith. Not anymore. I do not want to be Will Smith any longer.
At the time, he was the epitome of cool.
Yeah.
I agree.
He was sick.
I agree.
Even like, what's his face? Fucking Jeff Goldblum. What a sick guy. Especially when they walk out with the cigars. At 6 years of age, I asked my mum if I could have a cigar, just because I thought I'd look really cool. But then I saw the size of cigars and I was like, it's as big as my entire arm. I was just like...
So we finished Silent Retreat with a couple of our shots after that, Gentle Heart and the other guy and a couple of us, I can't remember. And then you were saying you felt like you were ready to.
No, the thing is, like, I got a bee in my bonnet because I went into my writing group that I used to run in Ealing, and I wrote an outline for like a thing, a script.
That was just for fun, right?
Yeah, it was just to fuck around, right? To see what might hit. Like, I wanted to make something almost anime-esque, which gave like every fighter a style, because I watched Ippo, and Ippo, everyone had a style. So Ippo has the peekaboo style, Mashiba has the Hitman style, and I wanted to make that into a movie that I could film. And then I got onto the topic of like travelers and gypsies when I realized that they originated the Roma gypsy came from India. And then I got into writing it. And then when I said the idea to the group, I was hit with a lot of skepticism and anger and like, oh, what makes you think you can write this? And for me, as a writer, you should be able to write anything, as long as you give due respect and you do your research to the subject matter.
Yeah.
And Laurie, if you're watching this, different Laurie, she was someone that was very, very good, because without her objections, the story would have been quite one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And she gave me the fuel that I needed to make it a lot more rounded and a bit more grounded in reality. And yes, the fighting styles that I'd initially thought didn't really match to the film that we made. But maybe one day those things can come to reality as we get more training and more staff.
Maybe one day. But yeah, you're that guy, really. If somebody tells you can't do something, like you just got to do it.
Want to try. And that was when the day I arrived with like fucking 50 post-it notes, and I just spread out on Tom's dining room table. I was like, here's the notes, Tom, and then we put it all down, and I was like, this is the plan. And he was like,
before that, I thought he was bad shit, and then he did that, and I knew he was bad shit, and I was like, I like it.
So we're looking at this, and we're going, and I was like, I haven't written it, I've storyboarded it, and I think we can make this. And that is where we will leave it for Seeing Red podcast.
No, let's do it now.
No, it's a Sagastic podcast. Should we do something gay, like a fist bump? Be like,
Oh yeah.
Big Hero 6, sick movie.
No, it's not gonna have any views anyway. But yeah.
Who gives a shit? We made a fucking movie. Fuck that, was a shit. Yeah. Watch our podcast. Fuckers. Yeah, edit that shit down. To make it usable. What is wrong with us?